Slow down. Take a breath. Let the noise fade. Let your heart soften. Because what is coming next is meant for the deepest part of you. You were pulled here, not by accident, not by curiosity, but by something inside you that knows this message is yours. Archangel Michael has stepped forward. His presence feels like truth, like warmth, like clarity, like being held from the inside. And he speaks gently now, as if choosing each word carefully, so it reaches the part of you that has been carrying a quiet ache. He says, there is a love around you, stronger than distance, stronger than time, stronger than loss. This love did not fade. It did not vanish. It did not disappear. When life changed forever, this love belongs to the one who shaped you in ways you still feel, the one who held you first, the one who prayed you through storms you never spoke about, the one whose absence still leaves a tender, private ache deep inside you, the one you miss in certain moments more than your words can admit. Your mother's love. Michael is not saying she is sending words. He is not saying she is speaking from another realm. But he is saying this: the love of a mother does not stop. When her life ends, it simply changes form. And her love has been closer to you than you realize, softer than a whisper, calmer than a breath, a presence you feel, even when you're not aware of it. He says, you have felt her in moments you thought you were alone, in the times you cried quietly because the world felt too heavy, in the nights you wished for someone who would understand without explanation, in the moments you longed for comfort you cannot describe. Your heart reached for her, even when your mind moved on. Michael says, her love has touched your life in ways you did not recognize, not as a voice, not as a sign, not as a message, but as strength, rising inside you, on days you should have broken, as calm, that settled your heart, when you didn't know how to calm yourself, as intuition, that guided you, when you couldn't think clearly, as warmth, that appeared suddenly, when you felt empty, as a soft knowing, that you were not as alone, as you feared. This is the nature of a mother's love. It never stops shaping, never stops supporting, never stops moving quietly around the edges of your life. Michael says, her love stands beside you, even when her body cannot. You have carried grief silently, more silently than people around you realize. Your smile rose, but your heart remained heavy. Your life continued, but something inside you stayed paused. There are memories you don't talk about because they hurt and heal. At the same time, there are days you wish you could hear her voice, just once more, not for advice, not for answers, just to feel that familiar comfort you still remember, deep in your bones. Michael knows this ache. He stands beside it. He does not try to erase it. He honors it, because that ache is love that had no place to go. He says, your mother's love did not leave your life. It became the strength you carry. Every time you chose kindness, even when life was cruel, her influence moved through you. Every time you forgave, when your heart was still healing, her spirit shaped your choice. Every time you protected someone, showed compassion, or held someone through their pain, you carried forward the gentleness she planted in you. You are more like her than you realize, in the ways you love, in the ways you care, in the ways you stand strong. Even when you're hurting, your heart holds her fingerprints. Michael says, you have been trying to carry pain that her love never wanted for you. You feel guilt sometimes, guilt for moments you weren't there, guilt for things you wish you had said, guilt for the distance life created, guilt for the way time moved faster than you expected. But he says, release this. None of that love was lost. None of it. Your mother did not measure love the way you judge yourself now. She saw your heart. She knew your intentions. She understood your limits. She loved you without scorekeeping. Michael gently continues, you honor her best, not by carrying guilt, but by carrying her goodness forward, because her love did not end. Planted seeds in you. seeds of compassion, seeds of strength, seeds of tenderness, seeds of wisdom. Those seeds grew into who you are now. Your mother's presence lives in your decisions, your kindness, your courage, your resilience. Every time you rise after falling, Michael says, you honor her memory. Every time you keep fighting, you continue her story. Every time you love bravely, she is reflected through you. He says, you did not lose her. You carry her, not in a painful way, in a living way, in a quiet, powerful way. But Michael also knows there is a part of you that still feels unfinished. A part of you that needed something more. A conversation, a moment, a goodbye, a chance to say all the words you store in your chest. He sees that heaviness. He sees that longing. He sees that quiet sadness. You don't let anyone witness, so he speaks directly to it now. Nothing left unsaid could take away the love she had for you, because real love does not end in incompletion. It continues in the spaces life did not fill. Your mother's love still reaches your life, not through messages, but through memory, through intuition, through the way your heart knows what she meant to you. Michael says, you have mistaken her love for absence, but she has been with you in the ways that matter most, not as a voice, as a presence, not as a message, as strength, not as a sign, as the part of you that knows you are worthy, even when the world makes you doubt it. This love is gentle. This love is steady. This love is eternal. Now Michael turns your attention inward. He brings your awareness to the place inside you that has been hurting quietly. He says, there is a part of your heart that stopped growing when she left, not from weakness, but from shock. Life changed too suddenly. Grief arrived too deeply. The world felt too empty. You kept moving because life demanded it, but that piece of your heart never caught up. It stayed frozen, held in place, waiting for permission to heal. Michael says, you have never fully allowed yourself to grieve, not because you didn't care, but because you had to keep going, because people needed you, because responsibilities didn't stop, because you didn't know how to feel and survive at the same time. But now, your spirit is ready. Now, your heart is ready. Now, you have grown enough to face that pain with strength instead of fear. And Michael says, this is why you were guided here, to finally let your heart breathe, to feel the love that didn't die, to feel the warmth that never left, to feel the comfort that your mind forgot, but your soul still remembers. Your mother's love wraps around your life like a soft echo of home. Michael says, the parts of you she loved are the parts of you that will carry you forward. Her gentleness lives in you. Her courage breathes in you. Her wisdom speaks through your intuition. Her care moves through your kindness. You are not alone. You never were. The love she gave you still shapes your future. This is only the beginning of what Michael wants to reveal. Take a breath. Let your heart loosen. Let the pain rise gently, without fear. We continue. Archangel Michael stands near, not to make you strong, but to remind you that you already are. The love you received in your early life, the comfort that shaped you, the gentleness that held you, the safety you felt in her presence. Those things did not vanish. They transformed. They became part of your spirit. They became part of your resilience. They became part of the way you love, the way you forgive, the way you keep going, even when you are tired. Michael says, you kept more of your mother's love than you ever lost. You carry it in your voice. When you speak softly, you carry it in your heart. When you choose kindness, you carry it in your hands. When you help people without being asked, you carry it in your eyes. When you see someone hurting, and you instinctively understand, your mother's love is not gone. It lives inside you, in places you don't even realize you're using. Michael knows. There have been nights when you thought about her quietly, nights when the world felt heavy, and you wished you could crawl back into a moment where you felt safe. Nights when you said nothing, but your heart whispered, "I miss you." You may have hidden that ache, because you didn't want to seem weak, or because grief is complicated, or because life keeps moving, and people expect you to move with it. But Michael says, the parts of your heart you hide are the parts that need comfort the most. You have been strong for too long, so strong that you forgot it is okay to be human, to hurt, to feel, to miss, to remember. Michael is not asking you to break. He is asking you to soften, to let the weight lift, to let your heart breathe. He says, you were not meant to carry grief alone. Your mother's love left an imprint on your soul that cannot be erased, and that imprint has been guiding you in ways you did not see. He brings your awareness to moments in your life where you felt a sudden shift, a sudden intuition, a sudden calm, a sudden knowing, moments where you weren't sure where your strength came from. He says, that strength was born from the love she built inside you. You picked it up without noticing. You inherited it without trying. You used it without realizing. Came from her. Your mother's influence lives inside your courage, inside your compassion, inside your generosity, inside the way you show up for others. Michael wants you to see that her legacy is not a memory. It is a living part of you. He says, you are the continuation of her love, not her voice, not her presence. Her love. Her love shaped your character. Her love shaped your strength. Her love shaped your heart. Even her absence shaped your depth, because grief only forms where love once lived. Michael wants to take you deeper now, into the part of your spirit that has been carrying regret. You know that part, the part that wonders, did she know how much I loved her? Did I do enough? Did I say the right things? Did I show her what she meant to me? Did she leave knowing my heart? Michael answers gently, love does not need perfect words. Love only needs presence. And you gave her that. You loved her, in your own way, with your own strengths, with the capacity you had. In that version of your life, you were not meant to be perfect. You were meant to be human. And she saw the love in you. She felt it. She knew it. She carried it with her. Whatever you think you should have done, whatever you believe you should have said, whatever moment you replay in your mind, Michael says, release it. Your love was enough. There was no failure, no lack, no unfinished business. In the way you fear, love is not measured by final moments. Love is measured by the lifetime of feeling you shared with her. Michael says, her love and your love were never separated. Now he turns your attention to the future, to the shift unfolding in your life, a shift not created from loss, but built from love. He says, your mother's influence is guiding your next chapter. This may feel surprising, but think about it. Your strength has grown. Your empathy has deepened. Your intuition has sharpened. Your wisdom has matured. You have lived through something that changed your heart in a way that made you more aware of what truly matters. Her love shaped that in you. Now Michael says, there is something ahead that requires the softness she taught you and the strength you developed because of her absence. This is the union of your wound and your wisdom. Your mother's love helped shape the deepest parts of you. Now those parts are guiding you into a new season, a season where you show up differently, where you speak from truth, where you love more intentionally, where you protect your peace, where you stop shrinking, where you honor what your heart needs. He says, you are becoming the person she always believed you could be, even if she never said it, even if you heard it only in her actions, even if time with her felt short. Her belief seeded your courage. Her love seeded your compassion. Her presence seeded your stability. And now you are blooming from what she planted in you. Michael sees a strength rising in your spirit, a calm you didn't have a few years ago, a depth you didn't have before the pain. This strength will guide you. This calm will anchor you. This depth will protect you. He says, you are walking forward, carrying the best of her, not as a ghost, not as a message, as a legacy of love, woven into your spirit. And now he speaks one last truth. Before the closing words, you are allowed to heal. You are allowed to feel joy again. You are allowed to move forward. Without guilt, you are allowed to honor her. By living fully, you do not leave her behind. When you heal, you take her with you. As the love that shaped you, you do not stop missing her. When you grow, your growth carries her impact. You do not betray her memory. When you find peace, your peace honors her story. Michael says, the love she gave you is not holding you back. It is lifting you forward. The final closing message will wrap your heart in comfort and seal the healing. Take one more breath. Slow, quiet, gentle. Let your shoulders fall. Let your heart loosen. Let your spirit feel held. Because this moment is not about pain. It is about release. Archangel Michael stands beside you, not as a judge, not as a messenger of fear, but as a protector of your healing. He says, you have carried grief long enough. Now let love finish the work. The love that raised you, the love that shaped you, the love that taught you, the love that held you. A mother's love is not a moment in time. It is a river inside the heart, and you have been swimming in that river your entire life, even when you felt lost, even when you felt alone. Michael needs you to understand the truth your heart has known, but your mind never said aloud. You were loved deeper than words. You were loved without condition. You were loved with a softness the world rarely gives, and that love never left your life. It lives in your strength. It lives in your gentleness. It lives in your kindness. It lives in your courage. It lives in the way you love others. Even when it hurts, you carry her love everywhere you go. It is stitched into your spirit. It moves through your choices. It breathes through your compassion. You do not walk alone. You walk with the warmth of everything she poured into you. And Michael says softly, she would want you to live, not half-hearted, not quietly, not in guilt, not in fear, but fully present, fully alive, fully open, fully willing to receive the joy life still has for you. He asks you to release the weight you've been holding too tightly. Release the guilt. Release the unfinished thoughts. Release the questions with no answers. Release the heaviness that has sat in your heart for years. Not to forget her, but to free yourself. Because healing does not take her away from you. Healing brings the best of her closer to your heart. Michael says one final truth. Your mother's love did not end. It became the light inside you. That light will guide you. That light will protect you. That light will strengthen you. That light will carry you into the life you are meant to live. You honor her every time you choose peace. You honor her every time you rise after pain. You honor her every time you love someone the way she loved you. Her love is not behind you. It walks with you, quiet, gentle, steady. And as you step forward, Michael walks with you too. You are held. You are supported. You are not alone. Your healing begins now.